Hey y'all, it's Coach in the Fight here. I'm looking at this Facebook page. It's called The Kingdom of Heaven is at Hand. And this was a post. Um, it's an anonymous post, obviously. Um, but I'm going to read it. It has a couple of comments, and I'm going to read that, and that's gonna be this. It says, "Hello, friends. Hopefully you like this page to hear about biblical dates, because that is precisely why this page was created. The next Leviticus 23 feast day is the memorial of the blowing of trumpets, followed by Atonement Day. Last year's 923 sign in the sky fell on Trumpets Day. That leaves Atonement Day as the next unfulfilled feast. Atonement Day was prophesied to be interesting at its fulfillment. Let me just suggest we be atoning on Atonement Day. It shows up I guess it should say it shows up on some calendars under a Yiddish name, Jan something. The next one is on or around 9/18, 2018. However, Leviticus 23 dates corresponding to these feast days are based on a lunar calendar that not even an engineer with a Master of Science degree can figure out all the time. Hence, no one knows the day or the hour. Okay, let me see the comments. Let me start over. I know what this sounds like, and that is why I have not and will not go public with this date. This is not a public page. You paid to be here with your like button, and yes, I know you have heard nothing and will hear nothing of this day by any of your date setters. Whenever the Great Atonement Day arrives, 99% of all humanity will be completely caught off guard. Why? Number one, we are not taught about the feast days, and we do not know to pay attention to them. Two, the date setters seem to only use Gregorian calendar dates like 9/11 and September 23rd, when the Creator's dates correspond to a lunar cycle. Three, because our Father's plan is scattered throughout hundreds of scriptural texts, most of which 99% of humanity has never heard of. Here's the second comment. Uh-oh. It says, "My other 1,000 Facebook friends cannot see this. You took the time to like my page, even though it has talked about only biblical dates for the past 3 years or so. So I share this with you, not to bring panic, but awareness. There are very certain things we have to do in order to be compliant with Scripture. See the next post." And the next post is, let's see more. It's Leviticus 23, verse 26. It says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying," hmm, should we break it down, Stay? Baby going to sleep. It's like 9:30. Huh? What'd you say? I'm talking about the verses. We're about to read the verses. Some of them. She said some of them. All right. Leviticus 23:26 says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Also in the 10th day of this 7th month." Now, see, this is what it's talking about a lunar cycle. It's in the 7th month. It don't say September because September did not exist. It really still doesn't exist, but it's on our Gregorian calendar, and that's the calendar we use to know when we're supposed to go to work and when we're supposed to go to church and whatever. So, but it's a man-made calendar. "There will be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall afflict your souls." Now that's a tough word. Afflict is a tough word, and this is where the Bible study can start. "And offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord." Yeah, and you can pick up that one too. Offering made by fire. We can have a discussion channel on that. But let's go on. "And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is the day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God." Well, I guess you got to try to break some of this down. What does it mean to afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire? Let's go on. Maybe we'll come back to it. "For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people." Well, that's enough to send you back around, ain't it? Cut off? What does it mean to be cut off from among your people? When I think, I thought about this a long time. What did he mean cut off? But then I started to think about my kids. What if I was to cut one of them off? And he is our father. He is our father. So I'm thinking that's what he meant. You don't get no blessings or whatever. But he said, what do you get? Why does this happen? Because we do not afflict our souls. And this is why it's important to me to bring this out, is because there's a lot of people who are not aware of this. They're not aware that they're supposed to afflict their souls and take off a day of work on this day. So how about you gonna get in trouble because you didn't play hooky from work? You know what I'm saying? And go lay down on the bed and act like you had the flu or something. That's basically what I do. I play the Bible all the time anyway. I was gonna say, with the exception I play the Bible, but it's going most times anyway. So but what am I doing? What am I? And this is personal, because what I'm saying, these are tough words. What does it mean to afflict the soul? I fast. I fast. I'm just gonna leave it that way. I fast. Two types of fast. There's two types of fast, and I do both of them. Both types. The one where you abstain from food, and the one where you abstain from evil and do good deeds. I try to do both of them. Try to do both of them. And then I also reflect on my sin state. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll try to remember. I used to write down on a calendar every time I'd make a big powwow. I'd write it down on the calendar. So when Atonement Day came, I could be like, yeah, that's the day I did this really, really bad thing. And when I could be thinking about how bad it was, and makes it real easy. Other than that, I do a lot of searching for it. But we're gonna go on because we're on low power. He says, and whatsoever soul that doeth any work in that same day, that soul will I destroy from among his people. Now, how about you gonna get destroyed because you went to work? You that in love with your job? You a workaholic that you couldn't take one day off? This thing falls. If you look at the calendar over there, what we got? One more verse. Ye shall do no manner of work, it shall be a statute forever. Yeah, I did want to talk about the forever, but anybody knows what forever mean. Throughout your generations and all your dwellings. That means everywhere you go, everybody forever and ever and ever. But let's look over here and see when this date falls. I'm running out of power and I gotta break out. And I should let's go to Google. Okay, now according to Google, it falls on Tuesday, September the 18th, and ends on Wednesday, September the 19th. Now, I did some calculations on my own, and I come up with the same date. But like I said, this is really tough, guys. It's really tough stuff. And even though I have secondary confirmation, I'm still, know it's a tough date. But you said, what will I be doing differently on this Atonement Day? Nothing really. I'll still be doing the exact same thing that I've done on every Atonement Day for the last 23 years, and that's fast. I said I will be doing two kinds of fast this year. One fast is the old style where you um, don't eat or whatever. I'll be abstaining from food. I will be eating stuff like maybe some bread or some water, and I will be trying to do charitable deeds. I don't know if I'll put up a YouTube video, but I will be thinking on that kind of thing. But I did want to let you know that even though I'm putting this out here, it's not nothing we can do, guys, other than what the scriptures say to do on that date, and we covered that in the class. So let me get back to it. All right, here's the last verse, y'all. It says, "Ye shall do no manner of work." Okay, now it's really this is the thing. This is Atonement Day. We're really, this is a day we're supposed to sit down. Now, you can look on your calendar, or you can look at Google, or I'm going to celebrate it on, I believe, that starting the evening of 9/18 until the evening of 9/19. But like I said, these dates are tough. I'm probably not gonna go anywhere for a few days around there, probably 2 days before and 2 days after, because it's promising to be interesting. Um, You know, I understand that it's supposed to, it very well could be some shaking going on. Hermes Academy. Power of patience, continence, and faith. We teach virtue.